everyone, welcome to this quick 3-minute explainer. Today we're diving straight into Deuteronomy 3, giants, triumphs, and a tragic end. We're talking about a startling ancient text that kicks off with an epic giant slaying, and then, well, it wraps up with a truly heartbreaking personal tragedy for one of history's most legendary leaders. All right, let's just get right into it.
So, what does it take to conquer the last of the giants? We jump literally right into the action here. The Israelites are marching into Bashan, and boom, they immediately come face to face with King Og at the Battle of Edrei. And get this, Og is the absolute last of the giant remnant. God actually tells Moses, do not fear him, and the battle is on. The ensuing victory, it's absolute. It is just staggering. 60. The Israelites conquer 60 heavily fenced cities in Argob. They destroy them utterly, exactly like they did to Sihon of Heshbon. And we're talking serious fortifications here. High walls, massive gates, iron bars. None of it, absolutely none of it was enough to stop this advance.
Just to give you a real sense of what they were actually up against, history recorded the dimensions of King Og's iron bed. 9 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. To put that into perspective, that's over 13 feet long. Kept in Rabbah, this colossal piece of furniture remains the ultimate proof of this fallen king's massive physical size. Pretty wild, right?
All right, moving on to our next section, dividing the spoils and the land.
So, with the giant king defeated and massive spoils of cattle claimed, Moses has to portion out this newly conquered territory. And the strategy here is highly calculated. The Reubenites and Gadites, they take the southern half, starting from the river Arnon. Meanwhile, the half-tribe of Manasseh is awarded the giant's former kingdom, all of Bashan, that very region of Argob we just talked about. But wait, this huge land grant, it came with a stark, massive condition. The armed men had to completely separate from their families, their wives, their little ones, and all that abundant cattle had to stay behind in the new cities, while the fighting men had to pass over the Jordan and go to war for the rest of Israel. Until the Lord have given rest unto your brethren. That was the deal. They are strictly forbidden from returning home to their newly claimed possessions until their brothers also secure their promised land over on the other side of the Jordan. God promises to fight for them, but the rule is clear. Everyone has to be settled before anyone can truly rest. Which brings us to our final section, the tragedy of Moses. Now, the narrative abruptly pivots from this triumphant military strategy to a deeply personal, really quiet climax for their leader. Moses makes this heartbreaking plea. After witnessing God's mighty hand against these two kings, Moses desperately, and I mean desperately, begs God to let him just cross the Jordan River. He acknowledges God's greatness, of course, but he pleads for just one final blessing, to see the good land, that goodly mountain, and Lebanon. But because God is angry with Moses for the people's sake, the response is, well, it's a devastatingly harsh rejection. Let it suffice thee, speak no more unto me of this matter. God shuts him down completely. Moses is firmly told to literally never speak of it again.
Wow.
So, instead of getting to cross over, Moses receives God's final orders, 3 steps. First, he has to climb to the top of Mount Pisgah. Second, he gets to look out in all 4 directions, westward, northward, southward, and eastward, just to behold the land from afar. And third, he has to pass the torch. He must charge, encourage, and strengthen Joshua, because Joshua is the one who's going to lead the actual crossing. As we leave Moses standing up there on Mount Pisgah, abiding in the valley against Beth Peor, we're left with this lingering question. What does it mean to guide a people on a lifetime journey to a promise that you can never touch yourself? It is a staggering look at the agonizing, heavy cost of leadership. It's a powerful thought to leave you with today. Thanks for joining this explainer, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.